I'm
Okay.
just testing something.
Is my 17 uh okay, it's backward to me. Is it right for you?
Yeah, it's right for me.
Okay, so I've been
It, mm,
been doing it wrong then. I thought
yeah,
I had the
for me because it
I
basically it should look opposite to you. Basically, for
yeah.
you, it look should opposite.
Oh, oh wow. So I've been using that thing backwards. Nobody
Yeah, this
told me.
is perfect now.
Oh wow. Okay. This morning. Hmm. Maybe.
Highly right. That is only, or do you have any questions?
That was all.
Yeah, I have a request, Leroy, because we
Yeah.
are only two people, and the universe is calling is too deep, which at our level it is very difficult to understand. How about we switch to Think and Grow Rich or the Science of Personal Achievement, so that we can just digest paragraph by paragraph, little bit deeper, and maybe if possible see whenever we have time we can connect, maybe daily or weekly, whatever the time it permits. You just message me whenever you have time, just we keep on doing it. I think this Think and Grow Rich book is enough for us for lifelong to learn, because Bob Proctor read for 66 years.
Did what?
Bob Proctor read Think and Grow Rich for 66 years every day in the morning at 5 o'clock.
Oh, uh-huh. Well, I don't know. So you're thinking the universe is calling is too deep for you.
Yeah, too deep. It's basically in this era, it is it's basically beyond our limitations or beyond our understanding.
Oh, okay. Like in what way?
It means like it is so deep. Basically, we may not be able to implement what we are learning in a daily day-to-day life, because the world looks at us different. If we want to go back to our goals, we may have to follow Think and Grow Rich only. Basically, the universe is calling is like gurus, like who has lot of wisdom, or basically this is the topmost people, not like that's what my ask, but I don't know. Whatever you like, that is fine. But I'm just asking. This is better. We are also coaches for Napoleon Hill Institute. We should be more thorough on Think and Grow Rich, and we should read everything. I think every day. I think so that we will be more. We can acquire more and more knowledge from that book.
Okay. Um, maybe maybe that's maybe that tells me something. Um, I guess for me, it was never about Think and Grow Rich.
Hmm.
Like I didn't join the Napoleon Hill Institute because I believe so much in that book. Um, because I actually have a harder time to connect to that book
Hmm.
for myself.
Hmm.
But I, okay, so isn't the purpose to change our reality? Wouldn't you say? The purpose of this whole teaching is to change our reality, or like,
No, the thing is like We cannot coach the people in the way the universe is calling is we are learning. We can't coach the people in that direction because it requires a lot of awareness even to listen to that. Because if I want to conduct a classes, I can't do it because it is so deep. Because we want to improve our knowledge, because we want to start our coaching business. The people come to us for coaching. What do we coach? We have to coach in something. What is the basis of it? Because if you want to teach the universe is calling, you should be like a top level guru. If you are attracting students in universal calling. I do know a couple of people in India that they don't care. Basically, they live in islands. They don't talk to anybody, but they attract a lot of money because they only meet daily one person or something like that. Because their knowledge is embedded, that the universe is calling, whatever we are talking about, it is embedded in every cell of their body.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically universe. I don't say universe is calling is not bad or anything like that. Because of our limiting beliefs or whatever we are in the circumstances, it takes us time to reach to that level. Maybe your understanding may be different because you are attending so many classes and maybe your understanding may be very deep. That's what I feel it. But if you think that we will benefit in it, I'm okay to continue. But that's what my ask is. But I do not have any negative or positive because we are coaches in that direction, and I cannot teach anybody to universe is calling. I have
Mm-hmm.
to go through either Think and Grow Rich or the Science of Personal Achievement.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, I can see your point. But yeah, I mean, the universe is calling. I mean, yeah, I guess it's uh like what would you say it's okay, so he teaches from the Bible and you didn't learn from that, right? I mean, like
no, I do not say he teaches from the Bible. I'm not learning. It's basically what is the thing is like it is difficult for me to teach the same thing to the people who
right,
comes to me because they are
right.
at very different level than our level.
Okay. Okay, right. But what I mean is, okay, I wanted to read it, and so you said you would read it with me. And
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
am
not
okay.
I'm
I'm just asking because we
yeah.
have limited time.
Mhm.
If you are okay, we can do that way. Or if you are okay with continuing that, I am also okay with that. I don't have any problem because even that is also not the anything wrong with it or anything like that. But I am just basically asking that basically if we uh, because we if we work on more on what we are teaching every day, that may help in the teaching because we don't need to prepare again. But that's what I want to ask. That's fine. If you are interested more in universal calling, please continue. I do not have any problem because we are at
Yeah.
different level. But we cannot teach the same thing to the people because it is difficult. Because we are already in the coaching program, our understanding is very different.
Yeah. Um yeah, that's true. So like this morning on the discipline call, yeah, I mean I can see that, you know, I'm a different level, most of them, and it's really tough to, you know, okay, what do I say? Because you know they're thinking on this level, and you would like I uh so yeah, when somehow I maybe my thinking is more like it's not about trying to get knowledge. It's simply immersing yourself in the material will change you. It's not getting knowledge, knowing a lot of things about a lot of things isn't really going to change you. It's not what actually going to change you. It's immersing yourself in it, and then it will start to change who you are. Uh, like Eliot, he talked about getting knowledge, but he's still not at the point where it's actually changed him. He knows a lot of things, but awakening is not about knowing a lot or having a lot of knowledge. So to me, I guess I look at it as immersing yourself in the knowledge. They're all saying the same thing in a different way. Napoleon Hill, Earl Nightingale, and I mean, Eric Butterworth has his way of saying it, which is slightly different, but it's,
in bigger sense, everybody is saying the same thing.
yeah, and it's bigger. Yeah, everybody's
in the
saying
top
the same,
level.
but
Yeah.
it's not really about, to me, it's become, I've come to the point where I realize it's not about knowing all the stuff, having all the knowledge. It's about allowing it to transform you from the inside out, It's like, you know, um, I don't know how I could explain it.
No,
Eh,
I'm
eh,
okay because I
um,
just want to basically just ask you. But if you are
yeah, yeah,
if you think that it will also give benefit lot, then I can continue. I'm okay because I can understand. What I was thinking was maybe I basically, if we can read that, it will be more helpful for me to teach to the people the same thing, so that it will be repetitive and I will have more things. But this is okay. This basically,
yeah.
this helps me to be in the right perspective. It puts me into the right frame of mind.
Hmm.
That also helps me. That it's not
Yeah, there,
that's not a
and
problem.
there's where your power is when you're in the right
Mm.
frame of mind. Because
Yeah,
yeah, it's not really about trying to change others. It's about when you get yourself in the right frame of mind, your energy gives that off. So yeah.
yeah. No problem. Continue.
All right, we might still have a few minutes, but thank you for bringing that up. It uh, okay, wait a minute. I wanted to start the recording before some of this stuff. There we go. My my Zoom updated and everything's in a different place and gotta figure it out.
Yeah, Zoom has a lot of updates. Yeah.
This meeting is being recorded.
All right. Good morning, Miss Martha. Good
Good
afternoon
morning,
to you.
Leroy.
So, yeah, this is finally got together again here to read another chapter. I'm not sure how many chapters are left and the universe is calling, but we will get to the end of it if we keep going. But this one's pretty long, so we'll just read part of it and see where it goes. So I can start chapter 12, Worship and the Power of Prayer, of Group Prayer. In a small town in southern France, I was awakened early one morning by the compelling sound of cathedral bells. I had spent the night in a quaint hotel, a stopover on my motor tour of France. I looked out the window and observed scores of people silently walking along a winding lane toward the cathedral. undoubtedly to attend morning mass. Inspired by this evidence of devoutness, I quickly dressed and joined the pious pilgrims as we made our way to the cathedral. It was a memorable experience, not so much the celebration of the Mass as just the sight of this large group of working people starting their workday with such deep commitment to the worship of their God. No matter what I may say iconoclastically about formal religion, I am deeply moved by the devoutness of the faithful. And yet, I always feel just a little sad, for it seems to me that so many people are reaching, searching, yearning for an experience of God that can only be found within themselves. The universe is calling, but they can only hear the cathedral bells calling them to come to worship. The universe is calling us to awaken to oneness. The weary pilgrim journeys forth to church, to shrines, or to the Meccas of the world in search of God. But you do not have to go to church or to any sacred place to get close to God. There is nowhere in all the world where you can get any closer to God than right where you are. God is present in His entirety within you as much as in a great mystic, even Jesus. No one can be any closer to God than you, though they may be more aware of their oneness. Most persons think of prayer as just part of the experience of worship in church on the Sabbath. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, the fourth commandment established the institution of Sabbath day worship. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor, but the seventh day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. In it ye shall do no work, not do any work. In the early Hebrew culture, keeping the Sabbath was mandatory, and in their theocratic society, failure to comply with this commandment to the letter was a capital offense. Numbers chapter 15 cites the case of a man caught gathering sticks on the Sabbath, and he was taken outside the city and stoned to death, as the Lord commanded. An interesting commentary on the prevailing God concept. To understand the how of prayer, it is important to know how some of the traditional rigid practices have come about. Today there is a professed concern about what Harvey Cox called a secular society. But it was institutional religion that created the divisions of sacred and secular, or holy days and weekdays. The church has become a place set apart, conducted by a clergy who are a class set apart, on a Sabbath which is a day set apart. And all of this is a gross misunderstanding of the wholeness of the universe, a total misreading of the universe calling. A modern religious commentator has said that the Christian is the least intelligent of all the great types of our race, because the typical Christian has taken the most profound and simple workable formula ever presented to humanity and has made of it an umbrella for a rainy day, a nostrum for sickness, and a kind of soul insurance against disaster. Sabbath worship is curiously intermingled with the tradition of the Day of Atonement, which goes back into the early customs of primitive creatures. They tried to wash away their sins and to make appeasement to the gods, usually with a blood sacrifice, which, as we have seen in early cultures, was the sacrifice of human life. In time, as people became more sophisticated, blood sacrifices were omitted, but it was still a time of atonement or washing away of sins. The early Christian theologians, centuries after the fact, gave this primitive belief new life in the concept of the vicarious atonement. It is a hideous doctrine in the religion about Jesus that has nothing at all to do with the religion of Jesus. According to this strange tenet, God sought to save the world by sacrificing his own Son on the altar as a sacrificial lamb, thus vicariously freeing all persons from sin, if they accept Jesus and his blood offering. Wow. So I think I'm going to stop there. I know you said it's pretty deep, and that is pretty deep, and it's very much contrary to what most Christians preach today. So I think the reading itself says a lot. So I will stop the share and stop the recording.
The recording has stopped.
So yeah, it is pretty deep. And it's, I don't know. I'm just kind of feeling a little different right now, so um what yeah, Christianity has done like all the rest of the religions, created a like a form of trying to appease God instead of getting into the flow of life and acknowledging. So all right, yeah, I'm gonna have to go, and so
I believe that.
yeah. I mean, if you want to go on, we can continue. If not, we
Yeah, I
can.
have no problem. Basically, I'm just
Yeah.
asking you. Basically, I have no problem with
Yeah.
anything because
So
I
do you
listen
have?
to a lot of spiritual things in India. Basically, they all teach the same thing as Eric Butterworth teaches.
Yeah. So
There
well,
is no difference because, yeah.
I think in a way it's okay. Here's my thoughts about Napoleon Hill Institute, or not just Napoleon Hill Institute. It's the it's all the racket that the personal development and the self-development field is creating that I don't like, that I'm not in tune with. I'm learning that it's not really, you're actually in a lot of sense, it's actually just creating another form of stress instead of relaxing and getting into the flow of life. It's, because everybody's competing for everybody else's attention. And I don't,
Maybe did you read the listen to the Grow Rich with Peace of Mind from King Napoleon Hill? He written in 1970.
what's
Grow
that?
Rich with Peace of Mind. Grow Rich with Peace of Mind.
Oh, you would want to read that?
No. Did you read that book?
Yeah. Yeah, I read that book.
He
Yeah.
written in the same, whatever you are talking, all written in that book. Basically, he
Yeah.
writes in that
See,
book.
okay, yeah. and here's the thing I've learned also is that most of the people, what I've observed, a lot of the people that are trying to teach Napoleon Hill material have no idea what Napoleon Hill taught. I don't think it's they're not teaching what he taught. They're trying to teach Napoleon Hill. They're not teaching the principles that Napoleon Hill set forth. It's what if, trying to say it's about Napoleon Hill. And then, they might deny that, but it's back to this Christianity thing is, they're trying to teach Jesus. Well, it's not about Jesus. It's about what he taught. So we got to get into the meat of what they're teaching, not trying to deify or set a person on a pedestal as though he's, and that's what I'm seeing is, and it's a mirror, it's an image. It's like you trade one image for another, like, and don't get me wrong. Here's something else I like you said, we're in a different level than most people that we want to help. But, and that's true. For me, I'm very thankful for the experience I had at Napoleon Hill Institute because it taught me something. But for me to sell their material, see that's the problem is it taught me that I can be strong in the face of people teaching all kinds of false beliefs, like giving people false hope. I have learned to be strong in that and to change myself through it. So, so I'm very grateful for the experience. And I don't know really where I'm going to go from here, but it's like I'm kind of at a place of, just relaxing and allowing, instead of trying to think everything has to happen the way I need it to happen. It will happen in its time if I'm faithful to it, to the, to my own, recognizing that I am all that I need. Everything that I need is inside of me. I don't need, don't get me wrong, I love interacting with other people, but it's still, nothing has to happen any certain way for me to, I won't get, how would I say it? I'm not going to get needy to the point where I have to have something. So anyway, I could go
Yeah,
on
if you
and
have time, I
on.
can talk. Maybe in spiritual level, we are perfect being. Everything is
Yeah,
perfect in the
yeah,
spiritual level.
yeah,
But we have a mind, we have a body. This basically, if you are aware of in the spiritual level, you are perfect. You only need three things. One is meditation, another is gratitude, another is forgiveness. If you are in these three frequencies, basically that is only the spirit needs. That rest of the thing is body needs. Because you need livelihood, you need salary, you need to feed the family and all those things is basically Maya. It's called imagination. It's called illusion. Whatever we are seeing, this life is an illusion life. The spirit, actual life is, we are spirit, we don't need anything, we are perfect, we have everything, we are abundant. But this is the illusion which we created in the human body. Because we have human body, we are living in this illusion. If you don't have the human body, you don't live in this illusion. As long as you have human body, you have to live in this illusion. That's what my understanding is.
Yeah, you're right. It's like I told my wife, it's Alan Watts calls it a game, and it is a game, but if you don't play it right, you lose out.
Yeah. You have to just play the game. Yeah.
Yeah. We got to learn how it's played because there are rules to the game.
Or you have to go to some hills and just meditate and just eat fruits and just stay there and just because be with you.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah,
Thank you,
thank you, Swartha. We'll see you some other time. All right. Okay, bye.